Is it necessary to get legally married? Do we really need the courts in our love relationships? So, some of the reasons that people feel like they actually need to get legally married, one of them would be religion. So, you feel that God wouldn't be happy if you didn't go down to the courts and file a legal document and, yeah, put it somewhere in the system so that everyone knows. So God wouldn't be thrilled about that arrangement unless you actually did the legal paperwork. So when did God become so interested in the courts and paperwork that, you're just going, the whole thing's a sham anyway. Religion is so ridiculous. It's almost asinine for me to argue it because the very foundation is faulty. So it also, another point about marriage and making it legal is it guarantees you nothing. It's just as easy to get out of them. Well, not really. It's a whole lot of money, but that's another topic. But it's relatively simple to go down there and file a document, pay some money, and then it's over. On to the next one. Okay, so why bother? Why bother? Another thing that a lot of men complain about is that it's actually a bad business deal. And it really is. So men are primarily the breadwinners. And so he takes care of this woman. Things don't work out. And next thing you know, he's got to pay for the rest of her life. Alimony. If there are children involved, child support, that's understandable. But she could get the house that she didn't work for. She could get all of the assets. So it's actually a really bad deal for men. There are some horror stories among the men's rights movements that talk about men living in their car, men, losing everything because they were in love. It doesn't seem fair. So there's yet another reason to not legally get married. And it also kind of seems to make both parties lazy, but I'll say it makes women a little bit more lazy. We tend to get fat, stop cooking. It's basically they assume this posture like, what are you gonna do? Leave? I'll take all this shit with me. So, and there are some good women out there. I'm sure none of the women on this channel are like that. But, there's a mosquito in here. But there are a lot of women who are. And there are a lot of women who have given marriage an absolutely bad rap, and there are a lot of men who are completely frightened to do it. So we brought it on ourselves, ladies. So what can you do if you're in a relationship and you want to take it to that next level? Get yourself a ring. Go cheap. This was $2. What does it prove? What does it do? Well, it just says I'm married and I'm off the market. You could see it a mile away. If anyone asks, are you married? Yes, I am. It's really easy. So, is there any documentation anywhere? No. Do we live just like we're married? Yes. But, just like, imagine if you were at a really good party and you're having the time of your life and somebody comes in and says, you can't leave. How would you feel? Would you just keep would you just keep partying? Wouldn't that kind of be like frightening after a while? You may party on a little bit. Yeah, this is great. But then after a while, you got to be like, I want to leave. I want to go somewhere different. But what if it was a party? You could be there as long as you like. You can walk in, you can walk out, you can sleep, you can wake up, eat. You could stay there as long as you wanted to. What if it was that kind of party? Nobody makes you stay there. You're there because you're having a good time. That's something to think about. Nobody would want to stay at a party if they had to be there. Let's think about it. Marriage used to be about land ownership, property rights, names, children being born and creating this new line, etc., etc. But nowadays, it's all about money. Who gets money? The courts, people who make the jewelry, people who sell honeymoons. Who loses money? Men, women, children. The money you spend on a diamond made of blood could very well go to a lovely vacation, a better education for your children. The money you spend filing your documents in court, hell, I mean, I don't know how much it is. It's not very much, but you could at least go out to eat with that. What do you need it to be officiated for? You want to change your name? Change it. You want to have a ceremony? Do that. I recommend signing a prenup, even if you're in a common law arrangement like this that I'm in. I would recommend that. So that's my spiel on marriage, and I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you to my new subscribers, and it's great to be with you guys again.